Daniel 6:16. Bedayan guvraya il lake, hargeshu al malka va'amarin. La malka da malka di dat, lamadai ufaras di kol esar, uka yam di malka yahakem la lahashnaya. And that brings us to Saluk Sof Pasuk. So back to the beginning. Here's the adverb meaning then, the men, those. Coming up to Zakef Katon. This is the common plural demonstrative for the far demonstrative. Then those men. And this is Resh Gimel Shin as a verbal root. It is a Hafel, perfect, third person masculine plural. They came by agreement unto the king, and that takes us to Atnach. And they said, this is a pa'al participle masculine plural, to the king. And then next is a very important word. This comes from Yod Dalet Ayin as a verbal root. It is a pa'al imperative, masculine singular. Know, O king. That would be a vocative use of O king. That. And then what follows is an expression we've seen many times, leading us up to the Zakef Katon, that the law of the Medes and Persia, which every injunction or statute that the king, and then here we have the Hafel, imperfect, third person, masculine singular from Kum, that the king may establish not, and then a Hafel, infinitive, change. So we can see the hey and the comets hey suffix there. So altogether, then those men came by agreement unto the king and said to the king, know, K-N-O-W, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persia is that every injunction or statute that the king may establish may not be changed. And in saying this, they're reminding the king of his own words in verse 12. Another thing about the imperative is this is the first imperative to show up, except in the formula, O king, live forever. So these officials are raising verbal pressure upon the king using an imperative, because in verse 8, they had used a deontic obligative imperfect.